On Monday morning, we left Paul B. Johnson in Hattiesburg, and we made our way back into the state of Alabama. We decided to take the less traveled roads, which was about 10 minutes further than the interstate. Even though Mike does most of the driving since he's the professional, I personally don't like traveling the interstate because of the speed and recklessness of the drivers. Whenever it's possible and it's a reasonable alternative to the interstate, I like traveling the less traveled roads like the state highways or the county highways. There's better scenery and it's a lot less stressful, and it just makes for a more enjoyable travel experience. We're going to be staying at a campsite in a campground just inside the Alabama state line coming from Mississippi in a small community called Grand Bay. On our way to the campground, I had called ahead to confirm our reservations and make sure there weren't any hiccups when we arrived. The owner not only confirmed our reservations but also sent me a text message with detailed directions to the campground and the process that we should go through when we arrived, which was fairly nice. I had never had that happen before. The campground we were staying at was called Grand Bay RV and Mobile Home Park. It's just about a mile off of the Interstate 10. The entry into the campground was asphalt, but once you get past the main gate, it turned to rock. It was a little rough, but the roads and the grounds were fairly well maintained. The pull-through campsites are located just ahead on the right, and they're pretty easily accessible, can accommodate pretty much any rig. The owner didn't assign us a site, just told us to look and pick the one we like best. So we're staying here for a couple nights at this Grand Bay motorhome or mobile home and RV park. It's in Grand Bay, Alabama. So we can visit family tonight and take care of some business here in Mobile. But this is like a, here, I'll show you. It's more like a mobile home park. And has permanent sites all the way around it. It's not a bad place. It's $40 a night. There is no bathhouse, but it does have full hookups. You got your hookups there. And they do have like 3 or 4 pull-through sites here. We're in one of them for people who are just, what do you call it, transient. And then the rest of it is just permanent sites. So it meets our needs. There's one of the pull-through sites. This is the one we're in. But it meets our needs. Gets the job done. And like I say, we're just here for 2 nights, so we'll catch up with you later. I just wanted to show you. So this little mobile home RV park that we're staying at in Grand Bay, off of Grand Bay Wilmer Road, just about a mile north of I-10. It's relatively close to some convenience things here. We've got a little gas station on both sides of the street here, and this Sam's Burger is really an awesome place to get a burger or whatever. We ate there 2 nights in a row. First night we had a shrimp po' boy. They were like $9 a piece, I think, and they were just awesome. It's loaded down with half a pound of shrimp, fresh, and it was really good. And the second night, Mike had the Sam Super Burger, and he said it was really good. So that's a good place to stop and get some local food instead of a chain restaurant. Grand Bay has a few things to offer. They have a watermelon festival. Here's a Sessions Farm Market if you like fresh vegetables and stuff, and I'm not sure what's in there. We didn't go in there. Just up the road here is the TA truck stop. You got the Waffle House, the McDonald's. So there's several eating establishments. There's Popeyes there and a Dunkin' Donuts at the TA. Several eating establishments really close, within a mile of the campground. This morning I'm heading to the local Greer's grocery store to get a few items before we leave to head to Geneva. And it's just up the road here a ways. There's a little restaurant here, right here on the right, that Southern Shells right there. My brother-in-law and sister tell me that's a really good place to get some fresh local seafood. And here's the Greer's supermarket that we're going to get some milk and some items from this morning. This is a local chain grocery store. So we're gonna step in here and get a few items before we hit the road, and we'll be right back. I didn't do any more filming at the campground in Grand Bay or at the family gathering on Tuesday evening. So here we are Wednesday morning, Wednesday midday. We had just left Grand Bay and we're traveling through the Mobile, Alabama area. Mike and I lived here in Mobile for about 20 years before we moved to our present location, and it's a fairly nice town to visit, a lot of attractions to see, but we made the decision to move from there to a more laid back and less urban area. We're traveling here in the George Wallace Tunnel, which is on I-10, and it actually goes underneath the Mobile River. Once you get out of the tunnel, you get on the causeway, or the Bayway, which goes over Mobile Bay and connects Baldwin and Mobile counties. There are a lot of very good seafood restaurants on the causeway, as well as Battleship Memorial Park, which houses USS Battleship Alabama, a big tourist attraction there in the Mobile area. So we're going to make our way on to Geneva, Alabama, and we'll catch up with you there and do another video and a review of Camp Out, Alabama. Until next time, happy camping.